The Clockmaker's Gift. In the small town of Eldenbrook, at the corner of Maple and Ash, there stood an old clock shop that few people ever noticed. Its windows were fogged with dust, and the sign above the door had long since faded. Only a single clock in the display window still worked, a golden pocket watch that ticked softly, as if keeping time for the entire street. The shopkeeper, Mr. Alaric Wren, was a quiet man with silver hair and spectacles that magnified his kind but tired eyes. Every morning, he wound each clock in the shop, whispering to them as though they were old friends. No one knew much about him, except that he had lived in Eldenbrook for as long as anyone could remember. One rainy evening, a young girl named Clara stumbled into the shop. Her umbrella had turned inside out, and her shoes were soaked. She was drawn by the warm glow inside and the strange, comforting ticking that seemed to echo from everywhere at once. "Good evening," Mr. Wren said, looking up from his workbench. "You seem lost." I missed the last bus," Clara said shyly. "Can I wait here until the rain stops?" "Of course," he smiled. "Time always moves a little slower in here anyway." Clara wandered among the shelves, fascinated by the hundreds of clocks. Some were grand and ornate, others were small and delicate, each ticking in its own rhythm. One clock, however, caught her eye, a curious glass clock shaped like a heart, but its hands were still. "Why doesn't this one work?" she asked. Mr. Wren looked at it and sighed. "That one's waiting," he said softly. "For what?" "For someone to give it a reason to start again." Clara frowned, confused. "That doesn't make sense." Mr. Wren chuckled. "Most important things don't until they do." They spoke for a while about school, music, and how time felt different when you were happy versus when you were sad. When the rain finally stopped, she thanked him and left. The next afternoon, Clara returned, this time with her little brother's broken wristwatch. "Can you fix this?" she asked. Mr. Wren examined it carefully. Yes, but only if you help me." For the next week, Clara visited every day after school. She learned how to fit gears together, how to listen for the heartbeat of a clock. Slowly, she grew to love the quiet patience of it all, the way even broken things could be mended if you took the time. On her last visit, the heart-shaped clock in the corner was ticking again. "You fixed it," she said. Mr. Wren smiled. "No, you did. It just needed someone to care." When Clara came by the next week, the shop was closed. The windows were clean, the shelves empty, and the golden pocket watch in the window was gone. A small note was pinned to the door. "For Clara. Keep time in your own hands. And remember, every moment is a gift. A.W**. Years later, Clara grew up to become a watchmaker herself. And on her workbench, always ticking softly beside her tools, sat a glass clock shaped like a heart.